Hello, UnderTheRadar. My name is MattOshea, the ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the Philly Soul Dude. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BBL, the Bandless Battlers League. This is gonna be our season number 3, week number 4, Teambuilder. We are taking on today 6FtHax, aka Leo, and his Durham Druddigons. Be sure, of course, you can check him out in the description below if you are not already. Leo is a very popular person in the Direct League community, and I'm seeing him a lot more in Showdown Leagues, which is not only Showdown Leagues, but stuff like Showdown Draft tourneys, which is really, really cool. Getting some Wi-Fi people, or typically seen as Wi-Fi people in the Showdown community, is really, really fun. So, let's get into it while I wait for someone to join my team. We're here, and Leo has a team. His team should appear anytime now. He had an old team, but he made some transactions that went into effect this week. Reporting teams are now. I'll see. Should be 20 or so minutes. Okay. But like I said, he made some transactions, and I'm still not sure whether or not I wanted to actually, which one I wanted to face, his old team or his new team. But he dropped Necrozma Duskmane. He dropped Mega Arrow. Thank God. He dropped Rotomo, and he dropped Belloswine. I'm really not sure how to feel about this. Unfortunately, he did pick up one very big threat in Superior. I really wish I didn't have to deal with Superior, otherwise I would have been fine. The Necrozma Duskmane is very, very annoying, but I have some checks to it. Kind of. And it wouldn't have been as great of a switch into Xerneas as something like Registeel would be. Because he'd run around an offensive because it's just broken. I'm glad I don't have to deal with Mega Arrow. I'll say that. I'm really glad I don't have to deal with Mega Arrow because it is 6FtHax Mega Arrow, which is just more even scarier. But his team, which should have already appeared, is Mega Mewtwo Y, Superior, other Pokemon, and that's it. Garchomp, Alolan Persian, Registeel, Chatot, Quillfish, Azumarill, Pyroar, Chimecho, and Electrode. So this is a very interesting team. There are some mons that I'm really, really afraid of on his team, I'll be honest. I think I know what 60's going to bring because of how top-heavy his team is and how certain mons match up against me. I really, really think that the 6 mons he's going to bring are going to be Mega Mewtwo Y, Garchomp, Superior, Registeel, Quillfish, and Azumarill. Quillfish is good as a secondary Xerneas check and will prevent me from being able to click Focus Blast on the Switch whenever I feel like the Switch showing up with Xerneas if I'm choiced. I think Garchomp is really, really good versus me. I think that might be the one he leaves behind, if anything, because of my choice Garvers and stuff like Priority Ice Shard, but still, like, it should still come, because it's really good versus me. Switching into it can be very, very annoying. Mega Mewtwo Y is a given. Like, why would I not bring that? Or why would he not bring that? Superior is 100% coming. It's not going to be Scarf. I really think Scarf would be something that could be super scary versus the team I brought. However, I cannot believe that he will bring Scarf versus the team that I have drafted, because I feel like locking into Leaf Storm is just a really bad idea because of stuff like Scizor that can Revenge and then Quick Bullet Punch or something, or Dragalge, or Mega Abomasnow, or like a Scarf Gren that can come in and Revenge it. Like, I don't think locking into Leaf Storm is ever like a really good, the best play. Like, I think just Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Hidden Power Fire, and you Sub or Seed or Giga Drain, or just many other things. That slot could be better. You might go with Saltfest, honestly, which would be a good Grand counter. Registeel should 100% come. It is the Moonblast switch-in of the world. It will always switch in on Xerneas every single time. If I can weaken that thing, then I'll be in a really good shape for the rest of the match. And Azumarill should 100% come because I don't beat it. If he gets the Belly Drum off, I am in the worst position. But let's talk about what I've built, what I've decided that will come, and everything. So, the first one that I'm going to be bringing is, of course, going to be my Xerneas. My Xerneas is really, really good this week, right? So, he only has 2. Okay, he has 3. Okay, he has Registeel to switch in. Because, what in the hell? Alright, well, I just had a guess. But anyway, he only has one really good Xerneas switch in, being the... Oh, this is something else. You guys haven't seen it. You guys don't see it. This is for something else, another league. He only has really one good switch into the Xerneas, being the Registeel. Because if he switches into Quillfish to a Xerneas, then bad things are going to happen. First of all, it is not going to take Moonblast unless it's specially defensive. It is 2 EKO, max HP, Crowfish is 2 EKO by Moonblast. So he needs to be specially defensive, one, to take me on in the first place, and I don't think he's going to be Assault Vest because I think he wants the hazards. And then I can always just click Thunder and pop him. So, Xerneas is going to be rocking Moonblast, Focus Blast, and Thunder at 3 moves. Actually, Thunderbolt. I think Thunderbolt. Let me calc that. I forgot Quillfish had, like, shit spit F. Thunderbolt, how much is that going to do if I'm, like, Choice Scarf? That's going to obliterate. Because I was thinking I'd always click Thunderbolt if I switched in, or Thunder if I switched in. Wow, that's not going to do any damage to the Registeel, but I feel like Thunderbolt's not going to either. Wow, or Thunder, I mean. Wow, that probably doesn't do any damage, right? Nope. So, I guess I can just go Thunderbolt. And I'll change that right now. This is why I like doing my team builders before I actually have the team gen and I start battling and stuff. So I can notice little things like this. Thunder to Thunderbolt. No, I don't need that space. There. So, I didn't know what I wanted the last move. I don't know what I wanted as a spread. I knew I wanted Choice Scarf because I feel like Choice Scarf's earning it. Like I haven't been bringing it. And I feel like if I would have brought it in some of my 2 losses, that I might have stood a better chance. So we're going to bring Choice Scarf this week. I don't know what I want to do with you, but you exist. So, while I've been working, I've been thinking about this matchup, because this matchup is really, really bad. And I've been thinking of one specific mon. I'm thinking about Azumarill. How do I not lose to the Azumarill? Very important question. Don't know how to answer it. I'll be honest. So, I thought for a long time. I'll be honest, I was really close to running Scarf to Growlgy. Really, really close to running Scarf to Growlgy as my way to stop it. But I finally came up with something, and I'm really glad I did, because I think this is a really good set. It's not a really good set, but it's a smart set. It's abusing one of the rules. So I'm going to bring my Mega Abomasnow. And my Mega Abomasnow is going to be running very specific on spreads. So, Mega Abomasnow, you are Weishni, you are more than a name. And you are this set. Okay? I didn't know what I wanted with the rest of you, but I knew I wanted 188 EVs into attack. Nope. And then 180 EVs into speed with a Jolly nature, or with a plus nature. I wasn't sure Jolly or minus Pidef, but I'm going to get in spoiler. It's going to be Jolly. So, this speed allows me, if I'm not Mega Evolved, to outspeed Max Speed Azumarill. Max Speed Jolly. And the reason why that's really good, why did I have to get pinged? Who pinged me in OLT? Harmony and Weekend, I don't care about extensions because I'm a game ahead. Get fucked, Johns. I'm a week ahead. But this allows me to outspeed a Max Speed Azumarill, so if Azumarill steps up for Belly Jump, I can go into my Mega Abomasnow, not Mega Evolve, because I don't need a Mega Evolve first turn, according to the rule of the BBL, and then I can click Wood Hammer with which 188 EVs in attack, I will OHKO Azumarill with Wood Hammer. With the spread that I think he's going to run, which is enough speed for Max Speed regular Abomasnow, or Max Speed Mega Abomasnow, and then the rest of HP. So, this allows me to OHKO that. And if for some reason I don't OHKO that, one, I expect him to go for Aqua Jet against me. Or not Aqua Jet, Play Rough. Oh, that's not good. If he goes to go for Play Rough, he's going to knock me out. But if he goes for Aqua Jet, I'll live it. I live a +6 Aqua Jet with the spread that I'm eventually going to have. But if he does that, he won't kill me, and then I'll just prevent it with Ice Shard. And if he is running a little bit more bulk than I expect, one, I have something around that, and two, that doesn't include hazards, and it definitely does not include hail damage, which would also be an effect. So, we're going to move on. I clicked copy. I didn't mean to click copy. Go away. No one cares. So, the next mon we're going to be bringing, I knew I wanted this mon too. I knew this was a very important mon to have. I really hate that I had to keep relying on this mon so much, but I really had to keep relying on this mon so much, and I'm really glad I grabbed it over Mesprit. So, Kaguya is going to come once again. Kaguya, Shinomiya. I really debated the set, but I'm going to be running the Assault Vest. I knew I wanted an Assault Vest because it's my best way to handle the Mewtwo. I know Calm Mind and Recover are a thing, but I have a set that will hopefully be able to pull that off. I pull away from that, and I really wanted to run Thunderbolt. I also thought about Uxie as a way to stop the Azumarill, Because Uxie could stop the Azumarill, no problem, because I'll outspeed it, and I could drop it with, like, Z Thunder. And that would guarantee Oko it. Aqua Jet I would take at +6 with ease, max HP at the very least, because Uxie is really, really good. But anyway, I knew I wanted U-Turn, so I could U-Turn that on stuff. I knew I wanted Knockoff. Knockoff is very important, so I don't become setup fodder for the Azumarill. Knocking off its Choice Band, knocking off its Berry, so that it can't set up as well. If it's Normalium Z, that could be a problem, because I'm going to click Knockoff versus it. But again, Knockoff will put it in range of Wood Hammer if it does have more bulk than I expected it to have, especially after Hail. So for the last two moves, I really don't want to keep running this move on Uxie. I really hate that I had to run this move on Uxie every single week, but I'm running Foul Play. Foul Play stops Garchomp from setting up on move E, because at +2, if he sets up to +2, unless he's like max defense and no attack, I'm going to do a whole bunch of damage to it, and I'm definitely going to 2-hit KO it. But it's also there for the Mewtwo-Y, because even though Mewtwo-Y is a really good special attacker, it's very frail on the physical side, and it has a really high attack, even though it's more of a special attacker. At Foul Play is a guaranteed 2-hit KO, unless he's like max defense, max HP or something. Even with 0 IVs in attack, by the way, it's still 2-hit KO. And lastly, I wanted Ice Punch. So Ice Punch allows me to hit the Garchomp, other than just about clicking Foul Play. Use like or special attacking set or whatever. It also lets me hit the Superior, which is really, really important, because I need damage off on that for the late game to win with literally anything. But Ice Punch versus Superior, can you not, with your loud-ass motorcycle... Oh, it's only 8:30. Okay, never mind. I forgot it wasn't as late as I thought it was. Because someone last night in my neighborhood at 1 a.m. came blazing by with something like a 60s Mustang that went through hell and back and then got put into a car. And just came screeching down the road with it in this quiet neighborhood in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. At 1 in the morning. It probably woke up the entire neighborhood, and I wanted to kill it. But anyway, back where I was saying. What was I saying? Ice Punch. Also pops a Yachi Berry on the Superior, which is also a set I think it could run as a Yachi Berry, so it could take the Ice Cream from Gren. But that wouldn't matter. If he is Yachi Berry, Ice Punch will always put it in range of Ice Beam from my Gren, because he won't have the Yachi Berry anymore. So... that's that. That's kind of the explanation of why those 4 moves are there. I'm really sad that I don't have Zen Headbutt or Psychic, so I can hit the Quillfish, which sucks because Quillfish is really, really annoying, putting up spikes against me. And that's something I was keeping in mind, because I know that was a problem with me last week, was I ended up getting overwhelmed with hazards. So, this spread, it gets complicated. Surprise, surprise, I make complicated spread. 68 EVs in attack is going to allow me to always 2-hit KO Garchomp, as well as always... Okay, it allows me to 2-hit KO regular Garchomp, and if he's, like, physically defensive, I always 3-hit KO it. I also always 3-hit KO the Superior, which is important. Again, 1 damage off on that. And that's if he's max HP, I believe. I have 84 in defense, which will allow me to take a hit from Garchomp better. Specifically, allows me to take +2 Outrage, I think. +2 Outrage from full. Again, important. And then I have a little bit of speed, I think, just to outdo something like a Quillfish trying to speed creep me, and then the rest, this also did something else, I think. Let me see. No idea. No, I didn't do anything else. I'm kind of afraid of Chatot. God, Chatot would be annoying as hell for him to bring versus his team. I have to be careful. God, I have to be careful around a Chatot. Because I really want to bring Regirock so he can't normal spam me to death, but it happens. But anyway, this is going to be calm. Careful, I should say. And that's the spread. This allows me to take Shadow Balls pretty well from Mewtwo. Not the best, because Mewtwo's special attack is outrageous. But it'll be my switch into it. So the next one I'm going to be bringing to me my Scizor. I knew I wanted Scizor because clicking Bullet Punch versus him is a really good late game win con. I really wanted to run SD, but I couldn't. And I do have a last... so originally this was going to be 3 attacks Roost with Band. But I ended up changing it to 4 attacks, the last move being Pursuit, to Bronson's Advice, which is a really good idea, because I feel like I'm in versus the Mewtwo, and he's in range of Bullet Punch, he wouldn't want to stay in. He'd want to save it so he could destroy my entire soul later. Pursuit would trap him and get rid of him. So that's nice. So Technician, there's going to be Choice Banded. I really want to Choice Banded Scizor, because, again, like, look at his team and look at Bullet Punch. It is absolutely outrageous how well Bullet Punch is against his team outside of the Registeel, outside of the Quillfish, and that's it. Pyroar, I don't care. I do not care about the Pyroar. I'm going to be careful switching into it. I think offensively it's decent versus me. And it could definitely be a mon that he brings. But defensively, I don't care about it. Like, it's not worth it for him, like a defensive Pyroar, or even just like the Calcs, because like Pyroar is going to get obliterated by Moonblast first of all. Like, I'm not worried about him switching in Pyroar on my Xerneas because Moonblast 2-hit KOs. And as for my Scizor, I'm pretty sure Bullet Punch also 2-hit KOs. If not, it definitely does after Rocks. It definitely does not after Rocks. Wow. Maybe I should be more careful of that. Huh. We'll see how that works. God, I want to bring Regirock so bad. I can't. I cannot bring the Regirock. I cannot. Okay, I could, but I can't fit it. I can't fit it on this team. Bullet Punch, U-turn, Superpower. Would love to click Superpower versus that Registeel and just chunk the hell out of it so that Moonblast can win. And then, like I said, this is going to be Roost just so I could randomly heal myself later. But I went with Pursuit instead. Another move I was thinking about in this slot was Knockoff, but I didn't really think at the time when Knockoff was more important than Bullet Punch, U-turn, or Superpower. So I wanted max attack. I wanted damage. I wanted to be hitting stuff. And that's all I really knew. So let's move on. I also knew the last two mons was going to be Greninja. And I knew the other last mon was going to be a Rocker. And I didn't know at the time that I was not going to bring Regirock, because I wasn't aware of my Garchomp weakness yet. So this is female. This is level 50. This is Yohane. And I want a Chople Berry. Because as strong, as crazy, broken, strong as that Mewtwo is, it should run Aura Sphere. I think it should run Aura Sphere more likely than Focus Blast, because Focus Blast you're not going to hit anyway. And the mons that you would want to click Focus Blast versus, or Fighting Move versus on my team are not going to want to take an Aura Sphere in general. Like, Aura Sphere is safer, and it's going to do the damage anyway. Like, it's going to 2-hit KO the Licky Licky, I think. God, I kind of feel like I should be bringing the Licky Licky. Mewtwo, how well do you handle the Licky Licky? I know Focus Blast is going to send it to the moon. But, Focus Blast obliterates it. Wow. Aura Sphere does not 2-hit KO. Let's put F. Side Strike will, though. I either get 2-hit KO by Side Strike or either get 2-hit KO by Aura Sphere. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would always think that he would click Aura Sphere versus Mega Bomb Snow or Fire Blast. Honestly, versus the Regirock, it would do enough damage. It would do plenty of damage. Licky Licky, and then Greninja, you'd always just click Aura Sphere. Like, it's gonna obliterate anyway. So I want a Chople Berry so I can take that hit, but I'm also going to be looking into Focus Blast after I build out the sets. So this is going to be Dark Pulse and Ice Beam. It's Ice Punch. I kind of wanted Night Slash, go a physical route, but it wasn't also doing enough damage in regular form to really be worth it. And then that would be just more chip damage I would take with Garchomp if you decided to switch that in. So I really debated this moveset. I really debated this moveset. I wanted so many moves. But I went with Spikes. I think Spikes are really good, and I think I have a better chance of getting Spikes up than getting up Stealth Fox. And the mons that I expect him to bring, in general, I think Spikes is just better. Like, he has Chimecho and Chatot as rock immunities, and then Garchomp has a rock resist. So, and then, like, I know, Pyroar has a rock weakness. So, like, rocks could very much just not be as important as Spikes. Like, Spikes would almost always do the job better than Rocks. If I see a team that Rocks will be better, I will be prioritizing Rocks more than Spikes. But that will be something I'll see in the battle. And I really wanted Hydro here. But in all reality, I don't really need Hydro. Unless I'm really afraid of Pyroar. Dark Pulse plus Ice Beam is going to hit everything I want anyway. And if I'm really thinking that Azu's going to come in, I'm just going to U-turn out on it and switch. So, and if I U-turn out on it on the switch, I can go out to Mega Bomb Snow and do something. I can click Bullet Punch with Scizor. I can click Moonblast with the Xerneas, etc. Last mon, I finally decided, like, you know, I really want the Regirock because it's going to switch into the Pyroar. It's going to switch into the Chimecho, to the Chatot, to various regions, to various mons, like the Electro too. But I couldn't. It would let Superior and it would let Garchomp in too much, and they are too big of threats versus the team that I have to be allowed to do that. I have offensive check versus both those mons, but I don't really have the best defensive check, so I've got to be careful. Gotta be careful. I'm super worried about Superior. I'll be honest. I'm super worried about the Superior. But I went with Gligar. Again, I wanted rocks, and I really wanted this to be defog, but I couldn't. I ultimately realized I couldn't do that. I was running out of moves. So I put defog on here, and I'm gonna have to just be able to click it at some time. I can't let him spike stack me, because I'll lose, like I did last week. Ah! Oops. But I went with this, and I knew I needed Gligar because it would help me versus the Garchomp. It would let me get up rocks eventually, and it would I wouldn't be as pressured by the Superior if I brought this as my rocker, because I could take a hit rather well, because I'm neutral, and I have the Mawile boosting my SPDF. Leaf Storm is going to hurt, but it's not going to be as bad as it could. So, this ended up being Stealth Rock, EQ, and Roost. I knew I wanted those 3 moves, and I went with the last move, the U-turn. U-turn very important, because if I think something threatening is coming in, I can U-turn out on it. If Superior decides to get in versus me on like an Earthquake or something, U-turn will always break a sub from a max attack or max HP SERP with the investment I'm going to be running, which I believe is only 28 or 20. Yeah, 20. With this, I always break max HP Superior sub with the U-turn, so I can always U-turn out on that, break the sub if he just has to go for it on the switch, and I can go out to something to offensively check it, such as my FIC left, depending on what I feel like is best. I can go to my Superior, not my Superior, my Greninja, or my Scizor, or even my Uxie. I can really go out to just about anything. Like, everything on my team checks the Superior, except for Gligar. But I always break sub, so I check the sub at least. Like, this is going to do a lot. Ice Shard, of course, if I bring it. Bullet Punch, Ice Beam in general. It's worth it. So I went with the spread. 108 in defense, whatever it's called. It's going to allow me to take +2 hit any hit from the Garchomp, except for Z Outrage from it, guaranteed. And then I could get damage off of it, should I want to. And if I'm feeling that it's not, or I find out if it is a Z-Mon, then it's not going to be Yachi, and I can revenge it with something like my Ren. So I went with the rest of the SPDF so I could take hits better from the Superior and just rip with it. I'm still very physically bulky. I still take hits from the Garchomp. If it's not an SD variant, if it's like a Choice Guard variant, good. I will be able to switch on that very reliably, and then either Roost off the damage or U-turn out, respectively. So with those all 6 in their slot, I'm going to be able to go back and finish the last of it, which was, of course, putting defog on there, and then figuring out these 3 spreads, and then, of course, what I want to do with this. I already knew I wanted one hammer. I had that in. And Ice Shard. I had that in, too. So, I started with, a Abomasnow. So, Abomasnow is very tricky. I wanted a mix set, but I felt like just going physical was better, because I don't really see a time when picking a special move would be more important. So I went with EQ. EQ is going to, of course, with the Registeel, get a good amount of damage off on that. Whew. I will have to be careful, of course, if he decides to pivot around my Mega Abomasnow and try and get in the right Mons at the right time. If I don't see a ground immunity, I will never be afraid to click Earthquake versus the Registeel. What is he going to do? Go into Mewtwo and take 30, and then take a chip from Hail, and then maybe take an Ice Shard if I decide to sack it off, etc. And I went with the last move. I didn't really need another move, I'll be honest. I really thought about a whole bunch of different other moves, but honestly, what was I really going to do? What move did I need? I'm thinking about Avalanche. Actually, now that I'm looking at it. Huh. No, I like SD better. SD is nice. Should I get the chance to click it when he has when his Registeel? I'm not even worried about Registeel. I'll be honest. I'm not even really worried about Registeel trying to check me as in a Mega form, because I'm going to outspeed it with all the speed that I have. There's no way he's going to run that fast. I don't think. Registeel, how fast would you have to run? You probably had to run really fast to outspeed that. Oh, you wouldn't have to run as much speed as I thought. You still have to run some. I mean, he could outspeed you if he wants. He can run that speed if he wants, but I can Earthquake that, do a lot of damage to that, and then, what else is he going to have to check this, right? Maybe Izumo's already dead, or Quillfish is gone. Quillfish being gone with the 6 that I predict, Mega Abomasnow clicking SD is probably the worst thing to ever happen in his life. And I went with the complicated with the rest of the spread just so I could maximize my bulk, like my overall bulk, while still taking the hit that I need from the Azumarill after rocks. And then it ended up like that. So that ended up being my Mega Abomasnow. Unfortunately, with the attack that I need and the speed I need, I can't hit a very specific point that I wanted to, no matter how I mix with these EVs. But I had the best chance with this specific spread. 101.2 max is what Plus 6 Aqua Jet and Woodhammer Recoil does. So, there's a chance I could die to a combination of those, but there's a chance I could not. So, that's that. For you, like I said, I went with max attack. I wanted Adamant. And the only speed tier that I saw that I need was enough for a max speed Azumarill, which I know is 112, so I went with 113. And I threw the rest in defense just to take Aqua just better. But Bullet Punch will be there. I always outspeed it, and I can always Bullet Punch it. So I have another way again to revenge the Azumarill should I need it. This ended up being very, very, very specific. Very standard. This was enough speed right there. And then this was same thing with Abomasnow. It's maximizing overall bulk while still taking the hit that I need. This speed allows me to outspeed a max speed modest Mega Mewtwo Y if I am in Ash form, but it also allows me to outspeed Superior in regular form. It actually hits the same mark. I was really thinking, I'm going to give it the extra, couple points that I need so that I can outrun modest Mega Mewtwo Y, but it turns out, same speed. So, he's going to run Timid. He should run Timid. If he runs modest, I got him. But he should run Timid, because he should know, even if he tries to aggressively creep, that he knows he can't do that. So, that's very nice. He could aggressively keep my regular Greninja, which would be a problem, and could, serve really good for him with the modest damage. But if I get a kill, then he's toast. But those are all my Mons, except for the Xerneas, which I played around with. I really wanted a more bulkier set, but I couldn't afford all the bulk I would need to take 2 hits from Superior and throw Scarf. And then I talked myself out of him being Scarf. So I went with 236 special attack with a modest nature. I only needed just a bit of that away from 76 HP I would get from the leftover of this speed, which is enough speed to outspeed Mega Mewtwo Y at +1 speed. And yeah, any Scarf would already outspeed me, unless it's like a Scarf Quillfish, in which case you got me, but also why? Scarf Quillfish is honestly really nice, because if you try to play Poison Jab or something as I go into like Scizor, then he's not doing any damage, and he's blocked, and then I get a free U-turn. But this allows me to take hits from the Garchomp. I believe it allows me to take a +2 Earthquake. I'm really afraid of whether or not he's going to run Rockium or Dragonium on this Garchomp. I think he's going to run one of the two on that specific Mon. I'm very scared. Woo. If he runs Dual Stab, I can pivot between my Xerneas and my Gligar. I can go to my Gligar if he clicks SD. If he doesn't have Rockium, he clicks Dragonium versus my Gligar, and then I just hard switch him to my Xerneas, and he gets no damage, and I can get a Moonblast. So, this is the team overall that I'm bringing versus Leo. I think it's a very, very nice team. I think it's very well built. I'm still, again, I'm afraid of the Superior. I'm afraid of Hazards because of how hard it is to defog versus a team. And I really wish I could fit it somewhere else, and I'm really thinking about putting it over Pursuit right now. Just so I could have it again. But I had to be careful of defogging because of the Superior. How often am I going to be clicking Pursuit? I really want to. Just so I can have it versus... You know what? I'm going to go double defog. I'm going to go double offensive defog with choice, because of course I would do that. And I think it's more required. Oh, that's... Oh, you didn't see that because it's on the other monitor. But I think that's going to be the team. That's what we're bringing. That's how I built versus Leo. Let me know what you guys think of this team, and let me know how you guys think we're going to do in the battle, which is very soon and tomorrow for you. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.